Hey, what's happening out there, Facebook Live? It's your guy, Clarence Presley, Northwest Premier, President and Commissioner, back at you with this morning talk with my brother, DeShaun Presley, our Assistant AD for the league, also lead journalist for Premier Youth Sports Media that some of you may have been following. We just wanted to get back to y'all today and give you just a couple things that we've been hearing and some excitement. But before we do that, we first want to show some love and say rest in peace to a Seattle Seahawk great, Cortez Kennedy, and our prayers are with his family and all those that are close to him. So Sean, man, last week we had a good little show with my guy Mike Bible. Big ups to Mike Bible out there, bro. Thanks for coming in. We got a few more folks coming in tomorrow. Then tune in next week, you know, as we bring in Rod Mason with FBU. You want to check us out tomorrow, too, because we're going to be talking to one of the major trainers out here, a couple of major trainers that's doing some training that can give you some insight on some things that's to come in this region. But before we get into all that, last week, having Mike Bible on here, man, Mike kind of left folks, you know, hanging a little bit. Definitely. I asked my guy, like, man, give us your preseason. He said, you got to wait. Right. What did he say? June, July.
First week of July.
But in the midst of that wait for July, you know, we did see a live feed post come in from Mr. Blaze Barber, coach over at Federal Way Hawks. Right. Much love, much respect to the Federal Way Hawks and what you guys are doing. And from what I hear, that 5th grade team that's going to be 6th grade this year is a heck of a team. I got word from someone that they're supposed to be going to even play IE Ducks this year. So we're definitely going to be rooting for the hometown, you know, as they go down there and battle in California. But in the midst of that, man, I got a couple of other folks that hit me saying, hold on now.
Right.
How is Mr. Blaze Barber go predict they're the #1 team preseason favorites? So let's talk about that. I mean, what are your thoughts? What have folks been saying to you? What are some teams out there that may be some other #1 seed contenders?
Man, I've heard a lot of different teams. One of the main teams that I've heard a lot about as of late is the 5-Star Cougars. They have some legitimate kids over there that are trying to make some noise this year. Definitely a good coaching staff over there that kind of I won't say took offense to that, but they're ready to stake their claim as well as being one of those great teams in the Pacific Northwest. Can consider themselves anywhere from 1 through 5. I mean, that's just what they're saying right now. So they were, you know, kind of taken back a bit. Also, SWAC Cougars, they're feel the same way. I've even Beacon Hill just last week when we were having our 7-on-7, they were talking about, like, man, we got a legitimate team too. You know what I mean? So I just think it's, you know, there's a few squads out there that are like, man, we feel like we could have that #1 spot.
Yeah, I agree. Now, in fairness, people, you know, you mentioned 5-Star Cougars, and I can see where other folks around the region may be saying, hold on, man, we didn't hear nothing from 5-Star Cougars last year.
Right, true.
So tell me, is there something new happening over there? Why people should even consider them to be in the top rankings? You know, is there some moves been made?
Yeah, well, definitely, there's definitely been some moves been made. From previous years, from the SeaTac Sharks, there was a couple of kids that have actually made a move from that championship squad over to 5-Star this year. Also, their coach, both their coaches from 2 years prior, have made that move back to 5-Star from Hazen, and so they feel like they're ready to stake some claim. Man, they were in that deciding game to go to the championship that 2 years ago. They fell short to SeaTac, which SeaTac went on to win that championship that year, and they feel like they're right there. You know, with adding a couple key components in that division, they feel like they're ready to make that move. Also, there's a couple of other pieces to that I won't, you know, divulge right now and let it be known yet. But I mean, we'll see coming down in the next couple of months what happens there. So that's more or less what I've been hearing from that side as far as why they feel the way that they feel.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. There's a couple other teams out there on my radar, and as you guys know, even though I'm the commissioner of Northwest Premier. I don't just represent us when we're doing these live streams. I got to keep it honest, 100%. And I'm going to tell you, man, if you're going to talk about preseason favorites for that 5th, 6th, 6th grade, whatever you want to call it, you got to throw CD Panthers in there because they battle. And you got to look at Renton Rangers. You can't sleep on either one of those teams. They've always been strong. They always compete. And just in the back of my mind, I can hear Kent Knights out there saying, hey, man, don't sleep on us. We're combining. We're bringing it all back together. And I would probably get a phone call if I don't say this. My guy, Coach Sean Daniil, out there, Blackout, he said everybody ain't moved up. He said they still got some cats that's going to be on that 5th, 6th grade team, pure athletes that's ready to show why they were, in his mind, in most people's mind, they were the #1 6th grade team last year. But I know it's been some changes made. There's a lot of movement happening this summer coming into the fall. We're excited. The best way I think we can handle it, I keep on trying to get folks say, look, we're having this Labor Day tournament, and like Bible said, they're going to do a little early season jamboree, but I'm talking about full-blown game, and my whole thing is put up or shut up. Have your team put up $500, to get into this tournament. If they win it, they go walk away with a nice chunk of change and the bragging rights to say, look, we told y'all we're #1.
We proved it on the gridiron.
We proved it on the gridiron. Let's leave it all out on the field. And, just so y'all know, as we talk about Federal Way Hawks, I also want to give a shout out to my little nephew, old Juju McCain over there. I know he's been getting his money the last couple years over there. What's up to my guy Zach, my bro Zach, man. We just want to shoot some love y'all way. But, man, I want to see these guys. I am ready. I'm glad we all get a chance to get out here and feature, no matter what the league is. We want to feature some of these players. We want to feature these teams, especially as we're looking to continue to build on what we're started with Premier Youth Sports, which is outside of the scope of Northwest Premier. It's really looking at all of our youth talent out here in the Northwest and eventually the West Coast as we continue to expand. And we don't want to leave out our teams up north. You know what I'm saying? There's teams up north that we want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? All the way up there near Arlington, all the way in Everett, all those teams up north. We even want to talk Premier Junior Football League up there, in Greater East Side. If there's somebody out there in 6th grade that's holding it down, let us know. Please. And we dare not forget about my guys over there, on the east side, Columbia Basin. When you start talking about over in Pasco, all those areas from Richland, I heard the Richland Bombers. I heard about a Riverhawk team over there in the Tri-Cities area that's supposed to be something special. So we want to get everybody out here talking, you know what I'm saying? And we want to see you guys all get an opportunity to get out on this field. So chime in, let us know. 6th grade teams, we want to know who your pick is. We want to know who your favorite is, but give us some legitimate reasons why. From what I've been told, that Federal Way Hawk team, they've been playing together for a while. And I heard they got good chemistry, and I hear those boys are disciplined.
Definitely a sound football team from top to bottom. They have good athletes on that team, but you can just see that they're coached well. The discipline on the team is second to none. The kids play their position. They know exactly what they want to do, how they want to execute on the field, and they go out and get it done. And so I see why they feel as if they are the #1 team. They get it done. That's simply. That's just simply what it is. I kind of want to go back to the point that you're talking about with Kent Knights. Kent Knights has a awesome opportunity in front of them, being the fact that they are combining this year. That's a lot of kids across the board that have a lot of talent, bringing them together. So I feel as if Kent Knights is going to be a deep team. They're pretty much going to have, in my opinion, pick of the litter when it comes to to talent and kids being on that team. They're literally the only team in that area except for the Cobras. You know what I mean? So it's I see why they would have legitimate claim to say, hey, we could be those guys too. You know what I mean? So don't count us out.
And y'all got to know something. Straight up, Ken is the new South End. You know what I'm saying?
New CD.
So, new CD, new South End. So, they got kids to pull from that they didn't have before. So, Lenny, Call it what you want. It ain't old school Kent.
Definitely not.
It's the Kentrell district.
There it is.
So let's call it what it is.
There it is.
Let's grab some of them kids from the Kentrell district,
Right.
and make a run for it, man. Stake your claim. I'm wondering what the other teams are going to look like in Gypsy. We obviously talk about Federal Way.
Right.
We know Northwest Cougs is out there.
Right.
The Tacoma Panthers, the Puyallup Rough Riders. I mean, Parkland.
Yeah.
You can't leave out Parkland. I mean,
Never
oh
can.
my God,
They always have a
them
great
folks,
squad.
man, them kids play out there,
Really?
man.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what's going to happen over there, what's going on in Narrows this year with Curtis and some of the other teams out in that league, with the Narrows League, and then the league all the way down there in Thurston County with Olympia and Tumwater. You know what I'm saying? We've seen some talent come out of Tumwater.
Definitely have. Definitely have.
We've seen some talent even on that FBU squad.
Yes, we have.
So we know that there's
Shout out
talent.
to Turner Allen.
Turner Allen, what's happening, man?
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent coming up and down this I-5 corridor, but let's not forget about going east and west also on that I-90. Right. So we're just looking forward to seeing what it's going to look like this year. I think it's going to be bananas, bro.
Yeah,
I think this football season in every league, but I'm hoping that we get a chance to have some tournaments where we can have some mixed play from multiple leagues to come and mix it up, man. And again, stake our claim. We're seeing all these kids that played in our leagues now. They're already getting recruited. Man. Big shout out to my guy Antoine Brown Jr. Already got an offer from Arizona. Man, shout out to your mom, OC. You guys keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. We just want to represent. Send us the love. Let us know what you're thinking, and we'll tune back in. Any last words you want to share?
Just for individual kids, teams, please, send us a message. Let us know about your kids that you have. We'd love to highlight your kids.
How can I get in touch with you?
So what you need to do is go to premieryousportsmedia@gmail.com. Go ahead and send me an email there, and I'll get back in touch with you, and we'll go back and forth with getting your kid highlighted, your team highlighted, whoever it may be. We just want to get some exposure to our area, and that's one thing that we're focusing on. That's why we do what we do. We want to make sure that our kids are knowing exactly what they need to do to get to the next level, and also coaches abroad can see what they're doing here up in the Pacific Northwest. So definitely hit me on that email, premieryousportsmedia@gmail.com.
Is that just for football?
Definitely not just for football. That's basketball, that's football, that's baseball, even volleyball. I mean, we want to try and incorporate the whole gambit. So definitely hit me on that email, and we'll get it done for you.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here. Make sure if you weren't able to hear us live, share it. And if we get a chance to see your comments, we'll come back. Matter of fact, we will come back after we see your comments so we can talk about it a little bit more. But represent your team and be honest. Talk about who those preseason favorites are going to be, and we'll follow up, and we definitely go plug your program. God bless and have a great day.
Thank you.